And welcome back to the DFW Roundtable podcast. It is truly my pleasure to have these two gentlemen here. First and foremost, Mr. Art Tijerina. Art, welcome, brother. Welcome back.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me back, man. It's always great to be able to see you guys, and we really appreciate you guys for what you do.
Hey, man, thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate utilizing the podcast for something special we got in store for you and the announcement you're about to make here. And then for the first time on the show, it's truly my pleasure to introduce a gentleman right here as well with us as a special guest, Mr. Bino G. Bino, welcome to the show, brother.
Well, thank you for having me, and it's a big honor to be here, and especially what we're going to be talking about this evening here on your podcast. But once again, gracias. Thank you for having me.
Brother, I'm excited, man. I've read so much about you and got to see you in so many different spaces with so many different events throughout the Tejano industry, man. So truly a pleasure to have you on the show, brother. But with that being said, Art, let's kick it back to you, man. As far as how first and foremost, how have things been rolling for you, brother? You've been busy in the studio, no?
Yeah, we've been busy. Matter of fact, we just finished recording, finishing up our CD or EP, or not EP, but our recording. So you guys excuse the dogs; they get kind of excited there. Yeah, it's one of those things we've been working on for a little while. Finally got the songs together, and I think it should be hitting the whole album should be hitting digital platforms here real soon. But you can always go on there and just check out the originals that are out there on Spotify, iTunes. All the different digital outlets. So yeah, man, it's been good. And then of course doing the country stuff, and just trying to do it, man. Trying to keep on rocking. And tomorrow's my birthday, so I'll be 60 years old, and just trying to stay alive.
Well, heck yeah, man. Well, happy birthday. Me and Bino gonna be the first one to wish you happy birthday, brother. Heck yeah, man.
Thank you.
60.
60, man. 60 years, man.
It's like they say, brother. You're only as old as you feel, right?
That's right. Some days I feel like I'm 70, though.
I can share with you, man. Sometimes my back feels like 80, bro.
Yeah, I'll tell you, man.
Hey, but with that being said, man, first and foremost, I appreciate you picking my podcast to make this special announcement. But folks, Art is going to be exclusively showcasing his new album here. His new album is called Los Deseos de mi Corazón. It is available now. You can get it as of right now. Available on all digital platforms. Also, a new single that's out, which is called Ella no sabe lo que hace. So, Ella sabe lo que hace. Sorry. So, talk to me about that, Art. That's got a very Tejano perfect sound, brother. Tell me a little bit about that song. How did that come about, bro?
That's I told Chris I wanted to reach out to of course Mr. Beto Ramon, because I did a couple of shows with him. I said, I wonder if he has any stuff any songs that he could send me. So I got in touch with his producers and everybody that works for him. And he said, yeah, man, I got a couple of songs that I'd like to send you. So he sent me 2 songs. And the first time I heard I said, no, this is a song right here. So, of course, there was a very, very, there we go. Now we're on the computer. That's better. So there you go. Let me put my glasses on. So anyway, it's a great song, man. It's of course they come in raw form,
right.
Pretty much.
Oops,
we lost him.
We lost him, and that's the beauty of live, man. Right before pre-recorded, man, is like you get the real raw deal. But I'm sure he'll be tuning in. But Bino, have you had a chance to listen to his new track, brother, by any chance?
And I definitely have, and of course, some of the previous tracks also it's actually been doing very well. I see that on the countdowns, that are out there.
Yep.
I played, I'm not sure if you also know this, but I've been doing the Tejano Music Awards national radio show now for over a year. So it's been playing, for the last couple of weeks also on my show, which is great. People love listening to Art, And we'll talk about why too, because when we actually talk about that event, we're going to be talking about, and I think he's about to come back on right now. There he is.
All right.
There he is, brother. Well, we're just talking about we got a little echo here. We might have to mute somebody's mic. Hold on. Is there another phone or microphone near you?
No, this one's off.
Okay. Let me see.
Sorry, man. I was trying to get here and got stuck in traffic. Just trying to get home and want to make sure that we get on this podcast, of course.
Well, you made it on time, brother. That's what counts.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
I keep getting that echo, man.
Is it me? Me.
Bino, are you hearing it?
I can hear the echo a little bit.
Yeah. You know what? It looks like it is coming from your.
It is coming from mine.
Yeah.
You need me to turn it down, or need me to turn the phone off?
There should be an echo cancellation little tab there.
Oh, I don't see anything. Sorry, man.
That's okay.
I don't see anything like that.
And it's weird because it's not giving me the option to cancel out the echo. But hey, the show must go on.
Is that better?
Let's try it now.
Okay.
A little bit of
Just
still
one.
echo.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. But anyway, we were talking about how you hooked up with Beto about the song.
Yeah. So it's of course he's a phenomenal songwriter. He's written, and anybody who knows about Tejano music or the industry at all knows that he's written tons and tons of hits. And so I said, well, let me see if he could write a couple of songs. And of course, he's a song. I'm sure he's got thousands of them in his vault, but he sent me these two, and it just worked. It was a great song. It's a great love song. So yeah, it's been doing very well for us. Everybody that hears us, they're like, man, that's the real. When you hear it, you hear the authentic sound of what Tejano music. That I think that Tejano music should be like.
100% agree, brother.
Sure.
And Bino was telling me that it's already in Tejano Countdown Radio already.
Yeah, for sure. I think it just did. It's been hitting. I think since last week, maybe, or this week. But we do it mainly for just for the people. People. It's really neat. We do our shows, and then there's people out there that come request songs. Of course, they request new songs, and they request stuff that because we probably put out about 4 or 5 songs in the past few months. So it's really, really good. And I got great musicianships and just got a great team in general that makes it work. So I thank God for that.
Well, you definitely hit it out of the park, man, because to your point, Art, people are asking for that sound. And Bino, that has a national radio show, could tell you that people are hungry for that sound, brother. So with that being said, we're going to give people just a little bit of snippet. And if they like what they hear, they can go download it in the platform. So here it is. Let's see. Here we go.
Ella sabe lo que hace cuando se acerca conmigo. Sabe que me vuelve loco cada vez que yo la toco y me entrega su cariño. Ella sabe lo que hace con tan solo una mirada. Me pierdo en sus ojitos y su cuerpo tan bonito deja mi alma enamorada. Ella sabe lo que a mí me gusta cada vez que hacemos el amor. Me gusta estar con ella hasta ver la luz del sol.
Man, those are some great arrangements too, brother. That is some really good stuff. Dancing music, man. That's what people want, brother.
Sure, man, for sure. They want to be able to just and it sounds great, and it's not a bunch of stuff going on. It's just very straight to the point. The lyrics of the song are phenomenal, and so for me, it's just a perfect song all around.
Well, folks, you heard it here already. You got a snippet. If you haven't yet, go down to the digital platforms, Spotify, Apple, Amazon. Get it downloaded now. Ella no sabe lo que hace by Art Irina and the band.
It's Ella sabe. I'm sorry.
Ella. I keep saying Ella.
Ella sabe. Like she knows what she's doing.
Well, she knows.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, man.
How about events, Art? What? I know you've been a busy man, and continue to do so because you've got two different shows that you do. You do your Tejano, you do your country. Sometimes you combine them both. I know here in Dallas, brother, you had great successful nights back to back at the Longhorn Ice House. You had one Saturday and a Sunday book. So what do you what? You're a busy man, brother. What do you got coming as far as shows is concerned?
Actually, it's we're actually off this weekend. We're taking vacation. My wife and I we're going down to Mexico to spend a few days down there, and then as soon as we get back, we'll be 4th of July. We'll be in Cotula, Texas. We'll be out there at a big festival, and but you can find all my schedule, wherever we're playing at. You can go to the website, the Art Tijerina, not the website, but Facebook Art Tijerina band page, and it has all the listings of where we're playing at. And then Jukebox Preachers is the name of the country band. You'll see it on there also, Jukebox Preachers, and where we're playing. But we like to invite everybody to come out whenever we're there. Come say hello. And like I said, there's a lot of people that I haven't met that I'd love to meet you guys. I see them all the time on here, but come out to the show and they're like, I want to meet your show sometime. But come on out and say hello.
Perfect, brother. I know this album is going to do some traction, man. And again, this single is already making some traction, as we heard about on the radio and so forth. So continued success. Speaking of events, brother, there's another big one that you guys you were going to be part of, and this is where we segment over to my next special guest here, and that is Mr. Bino G himself. Because we're talking about the Tejano Conjunto Super Cruise. So, Bino, talk to me about this, brother. What all do we got going on here?
Well, I'll tell you what, we have a great lineup for this cruise. It's going to be leaving October 4th, coming back on the 10th, leaving out of Galveston on Royal Caribbean Symphony of the Seas, one of the huge ships out there, man. It's very, and you said you're an avid traveler for Royal Caribbean. So it's like night and day, man. This is like more of your upper end type cruise that you can go on compared to Carnival, is what I've heard. I've never been on Royal before, so it's going to be pretty exciting for me as well. But man, we have some great talent coming on. Of course, we have Art, who's going to be there on the cruise with us. We also have Mike Gonzalez and the Iconics. We also have Luis Ayala's Fiebre, Conjunto Romo, the Homeboys, Los Arcos Hermanos Peña, Bianca Ruiz. And of course, you just never know who else is going to show up, or want to come out there and join us. But it's going to be a very exciting and fun cruise. If you've never been on a cruise, jump on this one. If you're interested in going on this cruise, definitely go to our official website, which is TejanoCruise.com. That's TejanoCruise.com. You can actually book your cabins through our agency, which is Dream Vacations. You can also purchase your tickets on the website as well. If you have points, if you're one of those who love to go cruising and you have free rooms available with Royal, you can go another direction. You can go directly to Royal Caribbean, book your rooms, and then come back to our website and purchase your tickets. Or you can call Diana also at 281-901-8362. Diana actually will take care of your ticket needs. Art has a actual special promo code that you can use starting tonight as well too, to save you some money. Art, what's your promo code?
My promo code is I think it's Art 2026. Or I think it's what it is, right? Promo code, Chris? I think so. I believe it is Art 2026. Is that my promo code? Art 2026. My promo code. Yes. Sorry. Sometimes I gotta.
There you got it.
Sure. I gotta double check. But yeah, Art 2026. Check it out, and it's gonna be a great show, man. I've been on the other boat too, and it's fun and everything, but I'm really, really looking forward to this boat. It's supposed to be really, really nice, and it's a super experience from people that I've talked to have told me about it, and they're like, man, this is like no other. The boat is phenomenal. And if you've never been on the cruise, a lot of people are like, they're afraid that you're gonna feel all the movement. It's like it's not. You can't really feel anything on there, really. It's just like you're sitting in a building or walking around at home. So,
right.
But
I was going to say the same thing too, because they said the bigger the ship, the less motion that you really feel while you're out at sea too. I remember my first one I did many, many years back, man. The whole first 2 days I was seasick, man. You could feel everything going on. Well, we had a big storm coming in through Galveston, so that didn't help at all either when we went out to sea. So, but yeah, even last year it was a great time out there as well too. I didn't have any issues with that. So yeah, the bigger the ship, the less motion you're supposed to feel. That's what they tell us. So we definitely want you to come on board with us. Come out there and join us for a great 6 days of nonstop fun. We're going to be in Cozumel, we're going to be in Honduras, and we're going to go to Costa Maya as well too. So 3 locations we're going to be going. Beautiful weather out there, just because it might be getting a little bit cooler in the season over there. The temperature stays beautiful during the year. So make sure to pack your swimming trunks. Just come out there and have a great time. Start planning your vacation now with us. Birthdays are coming up. Surprise somebody with a birthday gift. Father's Day was yesterday. I think maybe a couple of people actually already booked for to surprise their dads also for this trip too. So, hey, just come out there and support Tejano and Conjunto music, man. This is what it's all about, having fun. You get to experience, if you've never been on a cruise like this before, where you can actually see the artists walking, eating, you get to actually enjoy time with them. One thing about the cruise too, the artists, they make time for you. Go out there and make sure to say hello. Like I said, it's just an open invitation out there for everything. I know Art will have merch. Most of the artists do have merch out there as well too. So hey, come and have a great time with us. That's what it's all about. Have some fun. Leave your worries at home is what I always say when you go on a cruise. This is your time just to unwind, have a great time.
Well, you heard it right there, folks. TejanoCruise.com is a website. Then if you want to call and book, if you got free rooms or some points you want to utilize, you still can book your thing and still be able to get your event tickets by calling Diana at 281-901-8362. Now, for those art fans that are joining us live, we welcome everybody on, and thanks for joining. We want to say, if you book it, use ART 2026 as the code, and you'll get a special little discount on there for that. And
Right.
I'm sure that Art would greatly appreciate that as well, as far as just to say how many fans he's got.
Yeah, that'll be great. And a lot of people, they always ask if you need like a passport or you don't. I think all you need is a birth certificate.
That's
pretty much,
correct.
right? Of course, and I guess maybe a driver's license. I'm not too sure. Some other form of ID, but yeah, it's fun. You get to the ports and you get to just do whatever. You could actually stay on the boat, or you can go to wherever you ported at, or you can do the excursion. So, it's get out there and live life. I believe life is too short. It goes too fast, man. So you get a chance to do something like this, and especially the people that come out, the fans that come out, they're everybody knows everybody. So it's a good time, and it's not. You see everybody just sitting around and just having a drink or eating some food, and then it's like I said, it's a very relaxing atmosphere.
Very
Definitely
chill,
is.
brother. Very chilled, to your point, right? Great food, great entertainment. So 7 bands I counted. Me and you were talking about that. Most of these guys, I'll be honest with you, they're fans of the show, because I've had them here. Mike Gonzalez, Los Arcos Hermanos Peña have been here. Art's been here. So we've had most of these on the show. They're they're great supporters of the show, and we're great supporters of them. So you've got a heck of a lineup, brother. So how does it look as far as the package is concerned? As far as the entertainment package, you're looking at every night there's going to be bands, or do you separate them, brother, or what do you got going on there?
That's the next thing we're about to work on, is the scheduling. But yes, pretty much every night there should be artists performing. So it's definitely going to be nonstop. We're also going to have a very special VIP night as well too. So make sure to get your VIP tickets for that. The standard ticket won't get you into it. You have to purchase the VIP to get that experience. But other than that, and I need to go and clarify real quick too. So to use the code, you'd have to either go through the travel agency for that, which is Dream Vacations. If you're actually going through Royal Caribbean, that code won't work. If you're going to book your own room through Royal, make sure when you call to get your tickets to give that code to Diana. That's how she keeps up with all the codes that are being used for each band. Yes. So I just want to make sure I clarify that. Yes.
Man, that's good. That's big time right there, man. I'm glad you clarified that. So make sure you do that. And again, Art 2026 is what we're looking for in this particular case, because Art's here dedicating his time and unveiling his new album and new single out, brother. So we wanna definitely have Art, bring in his fans as well into this great cruise that we got going on, man. How about any other special events going on board while this is going on, man? Any autograph parties or anything like that scheduled?
For the VIP, that's when most of that's going to take place. But of course, right after the artists are pretty much finished with their sets there on the cruise, pretty much out of respect, they wait till everybody's finished with their performances, and afterwards they allow the fans to go over there and do autographs, take pictures, all that type of stuff. So yes, definitely, there's going to be many chances for that, during those 6 days while we're at sea.
Good deal. Good deal. Well, Art, I know you packed up your gear, your swim gear ready to go, brother. I know you're looking forward to it, huh?
Yeah, to go on a cruise. This will probably be our fifth, sixth cruise or something like that, and it's great. It's like I said, you get on the open ocean and it's just sun and just it's just it's a whole experience. So if you've never done it before, come on out. We're taking my in-laws, and they've never been on a cruise. This is going to be their one of the big anniversary. I think it's 65 years or something.
wow.
Wow.
So I'm somewhere around there, but it's a big anniversary for them, and they've never been on a cruise, and they're really looking forward to it. So this is gonna be awesome.
Yeah, as of today, we're 103 days away from that cruise, and it's going to go by pretty quick. Before we know it, we're going to be out there at sea. So I recommend, like I said, this is going to be like no other, because most of the time you have just one band that backs up everybody. Here you're actually getting the full bands here, so that's going to be a great deal for everybody too. And of course, you're pretty much getting 2 for 1 with Art, because you're also not only getting the Tejano side, you're also going to get the country flavor too.
That's right. That's right, brother.
So
yeah, it's a double decker with that, right? You get the both. I don't know. I'm tongue tied, man. Best of both worlds, right there, from a country and Tejano aspect. From that perspective, man. So hey, once again, everybody, TejanoCruise.com. Is the website to go to. Bino, I also, man, wanted to take this opportunity, since you're on, brother. I know you've been involved again in the music industry for a very long time, man. TMAs comes into play. You've been doing that for a very, very long time. Me and you were talking. It's like I was just blown away how long you've been doing it, brother. Talk to me a little about that, brother. What else? I know you got a big one coming up. I think you're all taking nominations already. So you want to mind chiming in on that as well, bro?
So nominations just finished yesterday at midnight, but I think we're going to do an extension. There's still a lot of artists out there that, of course, with everything happening with graduations and, everything going on in life. I think it's not official yet, but if we do, we'll be announcing it this coming week for a couple of extra days for the extension. But I was so happy last year that we brought back the country Song of the Year, which Art took home last year at the 45th Annual Tejano Music Awards. So again, we have that category back out again this year. Right now, the venue, we have 2 different venues right now. So until we actually have those papers signed, I really can't say which venue we're going to, but it will be in the Houston area. Let's just put it this way, for the 46th Annual Tejano Music Awards. 46 years, guys. Wow. It's a long time, So many great artists have come, and I'll tell you something. The thing about the TTMA is that this trophy, there's still a lot of artists that are even now into our classic record era now that have never won, because of the competition out there.
Right.
So, like Gary Hobbs, back with the competition, back when Grupo Mas, Little Joe, David Lee, all that, it wasn't until he had his Lifetime Achievement Award given to him that he actually won. So, it's just an example, what the competition is out there. And it's like I was explaining to you earlier too, and there's 3 phases to this. So you actually have your first phase, which was the nominations, which, TTMA doesn't nominate any artists. It's the sole responsibility of the record labels, promoter, or management to submit into the right categories. Then after that phase, we actually go into the industry vote, like you guys here, artists, podcasters, radio, lo que sea. Not only do you go in and start evaluating all the categories as you're going down the list, you also should, especially with the radio jocks too, since they've always get the music in, should actually look over everything just to make sure that everybody's submitted correctly. Because sometimes, people mess up and they submit incorrectly. That's the time to really speak up, is during that time. So it's like the industry is like our eyes out there to make sure that everybody, submitted into the right categories. So once we get all the submissions back from the artists voting for those categories, it's a top 12. Go into that top 12, which gets released out to the public. The public then votes on a top 5. That top 5 comes back to us. It's all in alphabetical order. They don't give us no numbers of who actually won or anything. It's just all alphabetical order, and that's top 5. It's not until the night of, when they open up that envelope there at the podium, is when we know who won. That's the exciting part about all this. The only ones that we know about are just the Lifetime Achievement Award winners, because those are chosen by the board. So that's why I said that's the beauty of all this,
I was blown away, man, when you told me that. I was blown away. I had no idea. I really thought you guys knew ahead of time, right? At least a week ahead of time. And he was like, no, man, we know that night as well. Like, wow. Which makes sense, right? That's why the trophies don't have any names or anything yet, because you guys still really don't know.
Yeah, and I'm still
Uh,
waiting on these trophies, but yeah, we're in the process. Hopefully, crossing my fingers, I got some news art today that they should be coming in already.
there
So,
you go. There you
yeah,
go.
yes, yes,
I got
yes.
the spot waiting for it already. So
Yeah, it's been a long journey, and just the trophy place that we use. Her husband passed away last year, so now the wife's actually trying to take control of everything. And this glass is specially made. It's not nowhere you can find here in the States. It's actually overseas where they make our glass. So there was issues with the octagon not being the right size. It was too big to fit into the bag. There was just a bunch of stuff going on with this. So it was frustrating for us because we're used to having them a couple of weeks after. But finally, I'm glad that it's actually getting resolved now, man. It's like
Yeah.
but hey,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, once the artists receive their trophies, that's when they actually can feel that, man, I achieved what I set off to do when I signed up for the Donna Music Awards last year.
No doubt, brother. And I got to tell you, man, the Honor Music Awards bring special memories, man, especially early '90s, right? When, like I was telling you, when they were at the Alamo Dome and so
Right.
forth. And since we got this gentleman here, man, I can never forget one fanfare itself. When Art had just started with Grupo Vida, man, and got to see Art perform, and just the powerhouse that they brought that night, man, at the fanfare was just amazing, bro. So lots of great performances, memories from the Tejano Music Awards, man. And so, like I said, it's a rich history, brother. And to me, it
Right.
holds a higher level than any other award out there. I'm not being biased or anything else. At least from my perspective, TMA holds a special value because of its rich history and how serious it's taken. The voting's taken.
As a kid, also watching the Town Music Awards back on TV back in the day to now too, it's to me, it's the most prestigious award in our industry, and I would never associate myself with an organization that I felt like, it was crooked in any way, there's always been speculations out there that, oh, they're making all this money. How come they can't pay the artists and this? And I wish, because I tell you what, I'd be getting paid as well too, but I do this on volunteer because I love the industry. I grew up with, listening to Art, all these other artists out there, man. So, to me, to see fanfare, especially when it really comes to life, that time around 9, 10 o'clock when you can actually just sit back and you see those huge crowds that are out there and the artists are out there performing and giving 110%, that's the reward itself to me, is seeing
Yeah,
that the fans
no
having a
doubt.
great time, the artists having a great time. That's, to me, that's the most important part, is just bringing everybody like a Tejano family together.
No doubt, brother. And Art, what do you think, man? Back to back? Are we talking back to back here?
do I not? Yeah, of course. I'm trying to. So yeah. So it's always it's an honor to be nominated. Even if, like I said, even if you don't make the finals, it's always an honor just to be recognized in that way. A lot of people know my story. Coming into the industry. Not just leaving Bryan and moving to San Antonio because I had a little band back home and it broke up, and I said I'm going to move to San Antonio and I want to do something. So I lived in my car for a while, for a few months, and I was homeless for a while, and just trying to do music. And so finally, I just trying to get in there, trying to meet people, and it was a long journey. There's times when I was like, man, I don't know if I can do this, but thank God and that in my mom's prayers. I remember sleeping out there on the west side. I didn't know what side, because I was new to San Antonio, so I didn't know what was the bad side or what wasn't. But we go
Right.
by there now. You're like, man, that's the west side. You were sleeping over in the west side, and I would sleep outside of the Whataburgers or whatever, like the Pilots or whatever it was back in the day. So take a shower and just try to make money here and there. So, but
Right.
but it's just a passion, and I look back now and I've been doing this for a long time now, for at least 40 years, somewhere there. So, but yeah, I'm going to continue to strive to do my best and to bring good music and original music, original talent, and do my best on stage and just be humble with the fans and everybody out there. Whenever you see me out there, come say hello, and I'm always down to say hi. Especially like a lot of people they'll message me and say, hey, I saw you at wherever, the store, but I didn't want to come say hi or whatever. But it's like I'm just like everybody else. I just sing, I just play music. So it's no,
Yeah.
just me.
I'm just myself. That's all I am.
Well, I
Yes.
got to tell you, Art, I'm so glad you shared that, brother. Because here's the thing: we've got a new, and Bino, you know this, man. We spoke about this a little bit, right? Since you're deeply involved in the awards and national radio and so forth. But we've got so many new artists coming on board, Art, and you just mentioned something that struck a chord with me, man, and just shows your true dedication that you had, and how driven you were, brother, to make this dream come true, bro. To where, hey, if it took sleeping in the car, man, and packing up and going to San Antonio and sleeping in a water parking lot, bro, that itself is commendable, man. That takes a lot of commitment, bro, to say, hey, I'm this is literally I'm laying it all on the line here. I'm going for it, man. So kudos to you, brother, and thanks for all you've done, man, in the industry as well itself, Art. You've done quite a bit, man, and made some
Definitely.
dance,
Yeah.
both in
Thank
the
you.
Tejano and country industry, brother.
Thank you, man. It's just, and I always tell my wife, I'm like, man, I just, I look back and I'm like, man, I don't know what really, because back then it was, there was no social media, nothing like that. It was
Right.
just by showing up to the bar. I remember going to a place called the R&R Bar and Grill, and taking my cassette, and I didn't have any no vocals. It was just a cassette with just music. And I'd ask the DJ, hey man, would you mind would you play this, and would you mind me singing along? And they let me do it. I'd see them in the middle of the dance floor, and they play the music, and it's just getting out there and doing it, man. And so now, I mean, now I don't know if it's harder or if it's easier, because there's so much talent. There's so much great talent, and people that want to do it. And there's so much out there nowadays. You can just do a song and then submit it, and or show it to somebody right over the phone. But I'm glad I wouldn't change a moment of the way I got here. I guess I'd do it all over again.
Matt, respect for you, brother, and continue to do so. And again, we talked about the new album, the new song that's out. So make sure and hit those digital platforms, get it downloaded today. Also about the Tejano Super Cruise, Tejano Conjunto Super Cruise that's going on. Bino G, any other notes or announcements you want to make for the folks about the cruise itself, bro?
Like I said, it's a fun-filled family event as well, so make sure to get your tickets. Like I said, once again, go to TejanoCruise.com. That's the official website. If you want to book your cabins through our agent and buy your tickets there, or if you have, like I said, you have your credits, you can actually go to Royal Caribbean, book your own cabin, and then just go to the website and purchase your tickets. And like I said, Art 2026, you give them that code when you sign up for those tickets. This way he can get the credit for it.
Perfect. Now we're talking.
Get that discount.
See if I don't miss one, brother. We're talking Luis Ayala La Fiebre. We're talking Los Arcos Hermanos Peña, Mike Gonzalez and the Iconics, Art Tierina and the band, the Homeboys, Conjunto Romo, Bianca Ruiz, right? Is that pretty much everybody?
That's everybody. Yes, sir.
That is a full house, full deck right there, brother, of entertainment, along with all the other festivities and events that you all got going on the cruise ship and so forth. So book it now. And then again, if you want to call 281-901-8362. Ask for Diana, if I'm not mistaken, correct, Bino?
That's correct. And we're also going to have a couple of theme nights there too. So we'll be posting that on the website as we get closer and determine on which nights we're going to be doing those theme nights. It's always fun when you see those on board as well too. So
yeah, especially the 70s, right? There's always a huge hit with the 70s night and the 80s night,
right.
Throwbacks, right? Now, a couple of things I'm glad Art mentioned as well. A lot of people get confused, and we can answer your question, I guess, right here. Do I need a passport? No. Just bring a certified copy of your birth certificate. Basically, is all you need, right? Can I use my points, Royal Caribbean points? Yes. You can still use your points and book the cruise, the events by the same token. And Bino, take them one more time, man. How to book that?
So if you're going to be booking directly through Royal, make sure that you get that transfer over to the Tejano Conjunto Super Cruise. That way you can be on our itinerary as well. But again, if you have points, you might even have free rooms available through Royal. You can go on to RoyalCaribbean.com. Go ahead and make sure you book on those dates from the 4th to the 10th, leaving out of Galveston, Symphony of the Seas, which is the boat we're going to be on. Book your rooms there, or you can go through Dream Vacations. The link is on our TejanoCruise.com website, which you can go on, book there. Give your travel agent your code for Art, which is Art 2026. This way you can get your discount. And, and this way we also kind of keep up on everybody who's actually booking with Art, I'm looking forward to actually being a part of this. I'm really excited because it's going to be my real actual first time as an event director for a cruise for this type of an event. So, of course, it's a large, smaller scale than Fanfare, but of course, man, I just love being a part of all this, making sure that everything goes flawlessly. One thing about me, I hate when things start trying to fall apart. I always like making everything so positive, and I want this to be a very positive cruise. So this way, next year, the fans who maybe their first time experience on a cruise, they're going to want to come back again. So
Oh, for sure.
yeah, like I said, definitely go to TejanoCruise.com or call Diana for your tickets if you're actually booking off from our agent at 281-901-8362. Now, I need to go ahead and say, if you call, make sure to text that number as well and just let her know, hey, I'm trying to get a hold of you for tickets. As calls start coming in, she's only one person. So just send her a text and say, hey, Diana, I'm trying to get my tickets for the Tejano Cointo Super Cruise. You can also go ahead and text Rolando as well, too. 713-222, I think it's 9460. And I'll get you that number here in a second before we get off. I'm trying to actually blow this up on my screen as we're going.
No
But
worries.
you can also text him just in case if he's busy as well. But other than that, man, we're ready to rock and roll. You can do the two-step phase, like we said, book your own room and then go back to our website to get those tickets, or you can just do it all on one package on our website.
Beautiful, brother. Beautiful. Now, with that being said, I know, Art, from your perspective, you're going to be bringing, so people can know, right? You're going to be playing a little bit of both country and Tejano during this cruise, brother.
Oh yeah, of course I will. I might do a few, even do a few acoustic sets around there somewhere. So those are always really nice. Also, I just want to mention, Bino, is a flex pay still available for this for people?
Matter of fact, I just saw that right now, and I forgot about that. Yeah, so the FlexPay is going to go through the agency as well, too. So if you want to do the payment plan, which is through FlexPay, make sure to get with Rolando on that. Let him know ahead of time that you want to do FlexPay. It, of course, is just a deposit, and after that, you're on your own with FlexPay to take care of them. I'm going to get that number here in just a second. This way, we can make sure we give them the right number for that. Give me 1 second. Here we go. If I
And
can
while
get
you
this
do
off the
that,
board.
man, I'm gonna spin Art's latest song right here. While you dig that up, get it downloaded now, folks. Nice dancing music, man.
Ella sabe lo que hace cuando se acerca conmigo. Sabe que me vuelve loco cada vez que yo la toco y me entrega su cariño. Ella sabe lo que hace con tan solo una mirada. Me pierdo en sus ojitos y su cuerpo tan bonito deja mi alma enamorada. Ella sabe lo que a mí me gusta cada vez que hacemos el amor. Me gusta estar con ella hasta ver la luz del sol. Ella sabe lo que yo prefiero, que me dé besitos de a montón, porque en sus manos trae mi corazón.
Ooh, man. Awesome lyrics too, man. Golly, man. That's a really good song.
It's great. It's a great tune. The rest of the album is just as good and just as there's a lot of great songs on there. There's songs that we released before. An Empty Glass. I think An Empty Glass is going to be on there. A lot of people always request that, so it's going to be on this deal. And also, but hey, man, just thank you guys for having us out here. Appreciate you and to the fans, to everybody that comes out to the shows all the time. I really appreciate that, because if it wasn't for that, the guys in the band, all the Art Tejerina band, that make it possible for me to get on stage, and phenomenal musicians out there that we have. And of course, my wife, she's one that cracks the whip and keeps us busy out here. So she's if you're looking to book the band, send us a message on on Facebook, and we'll definitely get back to you. But and we do book about a year out, so so get with us really quick because we stay pretty busy. I keep telling myself we're going to slow down, but every time we put out a good song, we put out a great song, and then people are like, "Hey, you got to come do this over here," or they'll call us, and so let us know. We do a full country show with the Jukebox Preachers, or we'll do half and half with Arthur Hirina, and we'll do like however you want to do it. So it's just we'll cater to you.
Well, my
So
brother, you definitely got
what's the name of your album? By the way, what's the name of the album?
Los Deseos de mi Corazón.
Okay.
That's a song that's on the album itself. That's another great song. That's another great song that was written by Panchito Villarreal and arranged and produced, and that's got that whole real solid Tejano sound. So that people really dig. So.
Yep. By the way, Art, appreciate you bringing that back, man.
Oh yeah, man. Thank you. Thank the fans for always doing it. There's times whenever you feel a lot of people feel compelled to do what's in a lot of like this is what's in, let's do this but I've never been that guy whether it's in the Tejano music or whether it's country music. They're like, hey, this is what's in. I'm like, man, those songs are good, but it's not me. There's a lot of good stuff out there, but it's not what I want to do. And my wife can attest to that. She'll be like, hey, this is a good song. And I'm like, yeah, it's a great song, but it's not me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
no. Kudos to you, man. Because like I said, people are hungry for the sound, man. And I keep reading it, or I keep getting feedback on it. It's like, hey, when are we need more, or I'll feature a song. And they're like, it's good, but we want that nostalgic sound in a more modern way. And here it is, man. There's a perfect example of a great song with that. Plus the lyrics, Beto Ramon, man, writing is top notch. Bino, special shout outs, brother, you want to make or anything else before we close out, man?
Yeah, a matter of fact, I got that information right now for the October 4th to the 10th. Again, if you're just joining us, this is going to be for the Tejano Conjunto Super Cruise, leaving out of Galveston, October 4th to the 10th. Royal Caribbean Symphony of the Seas. We're going to be showcasing 7 artists, and those artists are Art Tejera, Bianca Ruiz, Conjunto Romo, the Homeboys, Los Arcos Hermanos Peña, Los Ayala's Fiebre, Mike Gonzalez, and the Iconics. Make sure to get your tickets now online at TejanoCruise.com, or you can actually book through our agency, which is Dream Vacations Rolando. Please make sure to write this number down, all right? Please make sure to text him at 713-322-5946. That number again, 713-322-5946. If you don't have all the money at once, ask them for the flex pay option. This way you can get your tickets and you can get your cabins booked all at one time, and pay over time. This way you don't have to come out of pocket with all your money at one time. Don't forget, we also have a VIP night. We're going to have concerts every night. As far as I know right now, as we always say, the schedule is subject to change, but we'll be giving out information here shortly too on our website. So any updated information, they can go to my page, which is under Bino G or Bino Gaona. You can also go to Tejano Conjunto Super Cruise Facebook page or TejanoCruise.com. That's where the updates will be at. If you have any questions, you can feel free to text me as well too. My number is always out there. I just want to go ahead and make sure I clear that this cruise has nothing to do with the Texas Talent Musicians Association Tejano Music Awards. This is something I'm doing solely on my own as an event coordinator for the cruise. So I know I've had people saying, oh, is this for the Tejano Music Awards? No, this is not Tejano Music Awards. This is actually the Tejano Conjunto Super Cruise. If there's anybody who would like to sponsor, please make sure to get with Diana as well. If you just want to become a sponsor for one of the bands, or if you want to sponsor your business, please feel free to make sure to contact her. Once again, her number is 281-901-8362.
Awesome, brother. Well, I just wanted, hey, if you guys ever, between Corpus Christi and Laredo, man, in between, there's a small town called San Diego. I've got one of our sponsors out there, man. They do awesome detailing, Vaquero Details. So I want to send a shout out to them. They always take care of my trucks and everything else. So if you got your trailers, everything else, you're DJing, happen to be DJing out there, Bino, Art, touring out there, they will take care of you, brother. Art, any special shout outs for you, brother?
Yeah, of course. One more time, I'd like to, of course, thank our sponsor, one of our sponsors, Herman Cantu Law Firm out of San Antonio. Those guys are phenomenal. They're great law firm. They do personal injury. So if you get in that bind, give them a call, and they'll definitely get you straightened out. Also, of course, shout out to all the fans and all the radio stations out there, internet, terrestrial. If you're spinning our music, we really appreciate it. And if you don't have it, you can always email us or look for it online, and we'll be happy to get it to you. And the fans, the band, of course, and one more time to my wonderful wife, who's who's there. She's always very encouraging, because if you know this business, it's a dog eat dog. And sometimes you get people you think or people you think that might be your friend, and then you find out they're really not. So, but that's another time. That's another story. But anyway,
Tell me about it.
I will. I'll let you know. But anyway, that's but you just got to keep on striving. Try to do the best that you can, and be yourself, and be yourself, and be genuine, be humble, and it'll take you somewhere. It'll take you places.
Amen, brother. And like you said, we'll go for part 2 on that other phase, because that's a whole conversation with itself that could take on a whole podcast by itself.
That we could do that off the record if you want.
We'll be here all night.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, thank you both for hopping on. Art, thank you so much, man, for choosing this platform, man, to do this. I really appreciate you, brother, for calling me up. Chris, thank you so much for reaching out and organizing this whole thing, ensuring. Bino, again, brother, thank you so much for doing this, man. Looking forward. Success on the cruise, brother. Success on the Tejano Music Awards as well as the fanfare.
Thank you.
Yep. And hey, man, Art, we're going back to back, baby. Let's get us another one, another trophy, bro.
Let's run it back. That's right.
Run it back.
And of course, a special shout out to all the dads out there. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. And I always say, man, just do the best you can. There's a lot of expectations of how people want fathers to be and how people want dads to be. And this perfect idea of what a dad and sometimes we just can't do that. We do the best that we can, and as long as we're trying, I think give yourself a pat on the back for that. As long as you're there, just do the best you can. And shout out to you guys. We really appreciate y'all.
Very well said, sir. Couldn't agree with you more, man. Bino, anytime you got TTMA stuff going on, brother, you got a house here. You know that now.
Thank you.
Art, continued success, my brother. Appreciate you again, man. With that, we leave y'all here. We're going to give you one more snippet here, because you definitely need to download this now, man, before you get it. This is Art Tigrina and the band right here.
Ella sabe lo que hace cuando se acerca.
Gentlemen, y'all have a good night. Thank you all.
Gracias. Thank you so much, both of y'all.
Yes, sir. Let's stay on here, us three.